Welcome back to the FTS. We're here at SimTel Park for the 17th race. Quick look down qualifying and back up. This will be the elimination race to end the round 12. That's all 42 cars in the field and the pace car off. 75 Bunger leads us to pole as we take the green flag to kick off the Oreo 200. A solid run so far for the boys up front. Just trying to get the party started in here. The 84 and the 25 know what they have to do. Try to race their way in. The 14 settles in third. 16's in second. Morshoe trying to win to get in as well. As mid-pack things he has to pick up. The 23 is there. 1704. All trucks just racing around. And pressure for the lead. It's going to be 3 wide going in turn 3. They are making it work. Sliding up to the wall to maximize exit down the front, and everyone's rolling solidly right here. Turn 1, a little bit more speed to be taken through there. Benny Scholl locked into the next round, but running solidly still. The 1 doing a nice job. The 84 and 25 still battling as hard as ever. I think the 84 is not going to be able to get down low because the 35 is there. Oh, maybe not. Maybe try to get a run to get down there. It could be difficult, but doable. To run down the back is very important to get momentum. But 25 is searching around, looking for ways to get around here. A solid day for all involved. Fred Jones rounding out the top 10. As we'll go on board with him, we'll get to see the moving around of certain drivers, and I think the one starting to pull away is this little 3 wide here is making these guys a little slower. The Puffs are really looking to try to turn down to get past the 16 there. Yeah, he's down there, down low, looking for the spot for second. You see the 14 leading so far, and I think side by side might drag both of them back. But the 25 is going to clear here for second. With limited spots in this next round, someone is going to have to take the fall, and honestly, the drivers coming into this race underneath the cut line, the 16, 84, 25, and 11, and you got them running 2, 3, and 4 with turn 11 kind of back in there somewhere, running 6th and 7th whenever he gets clear that side by side. 25's peaking, thinking he could try to get the lead here. And they're racing really aggressively with each other. If the Puff and Darkest Presence are able to keep this up, have to protect from the 84 as well. The 84 is coming in. Try to take that position. Watch out. Now 25 back up front, but these top four are all just kind of milling around, just not really going all that hard. I think the 14 is going to try to get right back up to that back bumper there and try to do something. You need to see it happening. The top three all in a bind. Morshu back down to 5th, but the 04 running 6th, not doing that bad. A good day to be the 04 here. Now Benny Scholl coming in 3rd. Turn 11 rounding out top 10. We got some pretty strong trucks sitting outside the top 10. They just haven't really shown themselves to us yet. Curbio sitting 14th, but now there's a lot of 3 wide behind the top 2, and it gets really tough, especially being 3 wide going through turns 1 and 2. It could be costly to be on that outside, and the 25 is kind of getting eaten up there. You cannot afford to have all this happening. Look at turn 11, Supermaning it down low. These guys aren't out of it yet. They're going to show up, and the competition might actually stack up if you can't deal with the heat. The 32's had some low-key impressive runs. Another top 15 truck for that team. Could possibly see that coming into play here. More drivers funneling in here. Curbio kind of single filed out behind his group. Ballsack is in 17th. Bunger fell all the way to 18th. And that leaves Mike Oxlong rounding out the top 20. Still though, Iris has got her sights set on passing Darkest Presence. It's all about trying to get to the 14. And you see the perspective strung back from the 14 truck. Just running, trying to balance the balancing act of retaining speed through the corners and getting to the inside as much as you can. That's a really tough act to walk, and it can be costly if you make the wrong moves. Yeah, you can. Also, I think I see some rookie battling going on. Beach Brutus definitely struggling to find a hole. Losing spots even to the 32 of Shiori, who is kind of overperforming that truck right now. Someone I'm surprised not to see. Turban 5 has been kind of underwhelming this race, but still has a very big cushion. Currently running 24th, just behind Razor. probably going to have to learn a lot from how he's running here. There's Palpatine as well. Now I think the battle for second's catching up as Iris is in some tough competition right now. And you can see that how just fierce it is between these trucks. It's not, I don't think it's just friendly competition. Some of these guys just up and hate each other. JJ is sitting 7th, doing himself a fine job. The one truck just kind of there. It seems like the pace is starting to slow down a bit. So maybe we might get into that part of the race, where drivers are having to make their stop down the into the pits. Currently, every single truck is on the lead lap, and they've got it within about, even the last place guys are only about 10 seconds back. Still like to run 3 wide. It's tough being in the middle of that. The 84 can attest. Just got to get the rhythm back. That's really the important part right here. The 04 and 25, they're both running second and third. Definitely some close racing going on, but no ill will between these two at least. .35's in this mix. Even Hampter kind of just marching himself into the top 10. He's been kind of floating there outside the top 10 all race long. Finally, he's able to get himself one in there, so good job for him. And one more thing I want to mention is that there is a kind of a notice on this 51 team of Willie Stroker that are running very poorly. That could potentially vault one driver who's outside on points back in, and currently the drivers like the 84 and 25 are giving it hell just for that reason alone. The puff right up to the back bumper of Darkest Presence. As the 84 is starting to slip back a bit. 25 is just there, but the 14's done an even better job of leading this thing. Just not sure if there's anyone else who's going to be able to get it done like he does here. One of our flybys here as we see the field coming through. Plenty of room around the 52. Not sure what that's for. Everyone back to the 30 getting through there. I think the longer this goes, they might try and meticulously make their way to a one stop if it goes green all the way. The 1 and the 35 are getting close to each other here. See the 1 stays lane while 35 goes a bit lower as we see a few of our leaders duck down pit road. This is going to be interesting. The first of many stops. The 16 is going to going on a limb, try to stay out that extra lap. Meanwhile, the 86 and a lot of others coming down. I think there's a lot more organization in them trucks coming down this time. Benny Scholl staying out one extra lap. Dave Matthews right there as well. So Benny comes down. 24. Darkest Presence coming out. Had to give Willie Stroker that lane there. 86 of Fred Jones is in. I think 16 of Morshoe's in. 41's the final holdout. Now this is interesting. If the race goes green all the way, he's gone the longest on fuel, so keep your eye on him. 41 comes in. So that makes Dave Matthews the final car to come in. See Stroker on his way out of the stall right there. Darkest Presence is there. Puff is running out there. You see Benny Scholl just losing time to these guys. .41 coming off pit road as the leader. And there goes the 14 and company to go take that lead. Fred Jones has been making up good ground. He's up in third now. With a decent shot within these leaders to actually get there. Now you can actually see a decent shuffling of position here as Hampter gets a little bit in the dirt man. But no, nothing too significant there. They're all still all over each other back in mid-pack. It is a busy place. 84 of Iris. We're still top 10, but currently the Puff is in this 4-truck breakaway here. Everyone's still in the lead lap, even after a round of pit stops. So very efficient from the field here, I must say. I think we're all kind of spread out to the point where maybe it might not be possible to get a yellow, but they're still grouped together. It could happen. Shiori running a really good race inside top 10. It's all about overdriving your equipment on that 32, I swear. Turn 11 running 11th, not really good enough. Ballsack kind of just sitting right where he is. He's a very surprising candidate for Rookie of the Year. It's quite ridiculous, really. Never would have predicted it. Meanwhile, the 14 is just kind of stonewalling these other 3 trucks. Maybe they don't have enough manpower behind them to actually get past, but maybe not. I mean, 25 still wants to win, but might actually have it on points if he wants to just stick and ride around. I tell you what he wants to do is he wants to knock out that 14. That'd be kind of dirty as hell, but it's probably what's on his mind at this point, just trying to get these guys to work with him here. All the way back to Cheese Lake and Billy Squire. The Puff knows how to get second. He can do it real well. Just that one spot ahead is always going to be too tough. Well, Bunger, he's in this. He's got himself a decent truck. Run top 10. There's a 35 as well. So many trucks here. I'm just going back through the field. It's kind of like a flashback. Dirtman kind of still barely hanging top 20. Beach Brutus outside top 20 altogether. Got another pack here. Howard Pavilion leading it. This one, Derek Baum, underperforming this race here. And way out back, Dump Truck really fell off hard. Strokers still putting around 33rd. Little Bed Sheets pretty far back. And the final two are way back there. Alright, back up to the front. 1425. It just gets close there. Really wants that exit speed and that lane. Trying to get as much of both as he can without really spoiling himself. But now he's able to get there and get to the lead. Fred Jones behind. The 25 is still looking solid here. Just trying to rebound from sort of some unfortunate incidents earlier in the round of 12. But it's intense racing around these three that really gives him the challenge. Just seeing how far he could take it. The 14 is mixing it up. He's trying to get like an alternative lane built up down there to try to get those two all out of shape, but instead, the 25 is able to use that to get a run on these guys and take them 3 wide. The gap is about 2 to 2.5 seconds back from the top 4 to everyone else, and I'm not sure if they're ganging on them at all. The gap just doesn't seem like it's closing. So the 84 is just kind of stuck in a space without really any recourse. Hampter still sitting 8th. Good if you're not bad and Curbio both driving up into the top 10. The 04 looking for a first win. And honestly, it could be tough, but possible. Just looking at it from behind, seeing what all his options are. As you see the 25 getting right close to the bumper, but not quite. I think he can make the pass without help. There he goes. Switch over to the 25's rear camera. Now you can see him finish the job here. Might be a switchback from the 04. That's exactly what he does. 25 kind of walks it up the track. But the guys are there. These 4 just can't get enough of them, apparently. I think Morshoe and Bunger are starting to close in on it. They want it for themselves. Hampter in 8th. I mean, if Morshoe gets up there and is able to actually take this lead and win this race, then that would be huge for the playoff on him because he'd jump up from bottom to top and kind of ruin the days of the 25, 84, 51, and even 11. Morshu kind of plotting his advance right now. And I think he's going to get there on the low side, but we do have a caution. Whoa. 25 are really slow. Where'd Bunger come from? First yellow of the day. I got nothing really to say aside from who dat. Well, nobody in the front. Let's just see. Anyone in the back? How far back gotta go? Oh. Yep. I got a car stalled on the back straightaway. It's Willie Stroker. This is gonna do him in. The 51. He's already on the edge. Just 12 points above the cut line coming in, and with several drivers having really strong runs, this will eliminate Willie Stroker from the playoffs. The underdog of all time with 2 wins with backmarker equipment, but is now out of the race. You got some trucks pitting, others staying out. Of all the pitters, it looks like Iris came out first. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 trucks didn't pit. Iris is 7th, the Puff seemingly 8th. Or I believe Bunger is 7th, Iris 8th, Puff 9th, and Morshu running out top 10. This kind of gives a brand new dynamic to the drivers who are near the front, because I do think that they're going to be the ones to try and run this one out. Also, Darkest Presence having a less than stellar pit stop, I'd say, as he falls back a bunch of position. He's got to make up some time, or else he might actually find himself on the wrong side of the cut line. The only driver I know for sure is out of the competition is Willie Stroker. Everyone else still has their fates all to be determined. And I think these 6 who have stayed out might actually try to finish the race up here. Benny Scholl, the control car. He is one of the best to do it in the business, but he's going to lead them back to green. You know, I got a few slow boys up here. Let's see. I think trying to get optimized the restart, but maybe not. Dirtman, he's got help from the 41, trying to see what he could do. Drivers are working on their lines. Iris is high, Puff is low, Morshu's low. Everybody's making crazy moves they got going on. 3 wides are everywhere, though. The 1 really kind of had to check up a lot there. You see the 75 Bunger moving into position. Even Balsack has had too many top 5 runs for a rookie, and he is doing it again. The Puff up to 4th, but trying to defend from Good If You're Not Bad. Meanwhile, Darkest Presence cutting his way up through the field. He's inside the top 15 now. Balsack is right behind Bunger, and there's less than 10 to go. It's Cutthroat time. Dirtman 5 up front. Bunger's going to try and contest down low. Look out. They're side by side for the front. The 5. The 75. Here comes the 25. Everybody's trying to find a lane. The 04. He's coming too. 75 walks up track a little bit. That might slow down the high side. Right where they stand. 04. Able to get perfectly there. And take the lead. The 25 is just kind of up there. Trying to get down in front of people so it doesn't end up out of the groove. Ballsack just kind of minding his own business. Benny Scholl trying to come back. Look at Darkest Presence, the speed he has. He has got a fast truck underneath that hood. God damn. 5 to go. And the 04 leads. He's been close near the front so many times. But this, maybe this time. Bunger running second. He takes it there. Ballsack comes really close to the puff. But they stay going forward now. The 04 holding off the 75. Benny Scholl rounding out top 5. Oh, the 1 has to make a pit stop. No harm to the 1 team. They're locked in the next round. But that opens up a top 5 spot for Darkest Presence. I have to imagine that drivers like Little Bedsheet might need to make that pit stop as well. Because there are some others that may have stayed out, try to get all the way, but couldn't go. 3 to go. Dirtman 5 was one of those drivers. He comes to pit. I think Bedsheet is in as well. And so is Billy Mays. 2 to go. The 75, 04, 25. 1, 2, 3. Darkest Presence is in 4th place. Not sure if he's going to be able to make it. He seems too far back. It's a 3-truck race. Coming to the white flag. Wolf Van Halen's got to hold it off. Can he do it? I don't know. Bunger may not have the speed this time. Down the back, the 75 doesn't look as fast as some of these other guys. Coming through 3 and 4, Wolf Van Halen is an FTS winner. And he gets the job done at SimTel Park. Plenty of cruising around for position back there. This is the complete final results. Derek Baum, nice rebound to the top 10. Some other drivers getting it done. That is all we have for this race. There's the extended results near the bottom. Dirtman 5 actually using those points, probably going to hang on, but we'll see. That is all we have for this race. We'll see you next time. Take care.